Yes, mates, how's it going? My name's Lee and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're going to do a Game Week 2 review of my team and my performance, and look to answer a couple of questions such as, which Chelsea triple up is best, and is Haaland no longer perma-captain? Stick around to hear my thoughts. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Just a little click down below, please do it, really helps me out. Anyway, let's rock and roll.
Be strong.
Right, mate, so first up, I got 58 points this week, and my rank has rose to 1.3 million from about 2.9, so I'm quite happy with that. Like it's quite a big jump, and my team value is 100 mil, and I've got 1.3 left in the bank. I used 2 free transfers this week. I went Watkins to Jackson and Eze to Mbumo. I did get some net points overall from that move, and I'm not too happy with my Eze to Mbumo move. It was one of those where value was kind of moving about a lot, and I just felt like I had to do something and kind of force the move from that point of view. But if I would have kept Eze, then maybe I could have gone for someone else instead. I'm not entirely sure what I would have done, but I didn't really like the move. But Brentford do have good fixtures moving forward, and it's one of those, so what can you do about it? Moving on to the team itself, Pickford was the better of the two keepers, even though Turner ended up scoring more points. Pickford's one of those, but I'm not happy with him. I don't want to use a transfer on him. I'm just going to keep playing him and keep using him until I'm probably going to wild card. I'm not sure when that's going to be, probably game week 8, game week 9. I haven't looked at the fixtures properly to kind of properly decide that. Estupiñán, and we all knew the risk that Brighton do concede. They don't keep a lot of clean sheets. He's always got a 1 or 2 pointer in him. Like if he doesn't get attacking returns, he's always capable of getting those 1 or 2 point returns. Unfortunately, it's just one of those that you get the rough with this move. Chilwell, a little bit disappointed. I didn't watch the Chelsea game, but I seen the highlights and the chance where he gets played through, and he's like basically 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and he kind of tries to do this like weird shot side pass thing. I think he tries to stab it bottom corner, but he completely like miscues it, and it's shocking. I don't know what he's doing. He's normally a decent striker with the ball, like in those positions. He normally goes for goal. I was really surprised he didn't go for goal there. And Saliba, really disappointed that Arsenal conceded against, in my opinion, quite a poor form side, especially when they go down to 10 men and they concede again. So the game ended 2-2. I think that's quite a poor result for Arsenal. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with Saliba just yet. I have got enough money to go Saliba to Trippier, exactly. I am tempted to do the move, even though I might not play Trippier this week or next week. I think getting ahead of those price rises, getting ahead of the curve and getting Trippier in beforehand might be the move. My only kind of, I'm just wary of the cup games coming up this week, and I'm trying to delay moves as long as possible. I know Newcastle don't play, but obviously like the Chelsea boys do, and the Spurs boys as well. So if you are thinking of doing moves, just kind of be aware of that there is some cup games midweek, and that might interfere with a couple of things. Onto the midfield, really happy with the United boys. I'm so happy Rashford and Bruno returned. Bruno's underlying data and his stats have been absolutely quality, so just absolutely buzzing to see Bruno return. It's just the heart of everything we do, and you see what happens when we play Rashford left wing. He causes people problems, and I know what people are saying about the decisions. It's a stonewall penalty for me. Like if you watch it, he goes past him, the defender puts his leg out, and he clips Rashford's right knee, which bangs into his left knee and sends him down. I can't stand the media at the minute, and it's just boring listening to them. It's so boring listening. It's just the same stuff all the time, and I'm just getting bored of it. I was in TalkSport today, and they just talk utter nonsense about United. Just can't be bothered, mate. It's Rashford's men, United doing well. My only concern is that they're going to get in the referee's head, and they're going to start not giving penalties and bookings and red cards. Like same again, it's a blatant red card. I heard Jamie Carragher talking about Van Dijk's red card. We didn't know if Isaac was going to get a goal scoring chance. Yeah, because he got swiped out by Van Dijk. Idiot, mate. Absolute idiot. It's both blatant red cards, both through one-on-one with the goalkeeper, denying a clear goal scoring opportunity. It's a red card. And Mbumo, disappointed, but we all know we can do this. We all know we didn't. And he can't maintain the standard he was at. He got 2 penalties and a tap-in. It's one of those. I was concerned that I was getting left behind from that point of view. If Bruno would have returned in this game, then it's like his value's going to go up. His ownership's going to go up. I felt it was better for me to get on it. And luckily, as Eze didn't return, So it was almost like a like for like swap in the end. With the Foden news coming out, I was very happy that it actually came on and returned. Although we did block Colwell and Udogie to come on and get me better points anyway. But unfortunately, I had Udogie second sub when I thought I put in first sub. One of those, you win some, you lose some. It's just a minor mistake on my part, but it doesn't matter. Like, everybody played anyway. Probably in hindsight, I should have played Udogie over Estupinan, which I did briefly consider, but I just love Estupinan's attacking output so much that I just felt I had to go for him. Like, it's same again. It's just one of those. Some you win, some you lose, and this one I most definitely lost. Saka back on penalties. I don't know what's going on. It's so bizarre. Like, just pick a penalty taker and stick with it. Like, it must be frustrating being the taker when you, like if you don't know which one you're taking. Like I'm sure they know going into the game that Arteta decides who's taking the penalty for that game, but I think score or miss, like I think it's better for the taker to know that they're taking the next one regardless. Like, and like Bruno is our penalty taker. If he misses 3 in a row, he's still our penalty taker. That's exactly what it is. Like, Bruno knows he's taking the penalties. If he misses one, he has to go in and practice and train more and do some homework on the goalkeepers or whatever. Like, Bruno knows that. And we saw, got a penalty, stepped up, takes it, he bags it. This is what he does, mate. What a player, what a guy, what a captain. He's been meant for us this season. And I know performances or the results haven't gone United's way particularly, but I think Bruno's been absolutely class, and people can berate him all they want and they can hate him, but I love him, mate. I think he's absolutely meant. So, like I said, I did the transfer from Watkins to Jackson. I got a +2 net return from that because Watkins only got 5 because of his assist. I just liked getting on the Chelsea triple up slightly earlier, 1 week earlier, whereas I was going to leave Watkins in for this week and then maybe go for Jackson next week. But I did this with Mbumo. I went for Mbumo this week and I should have gone from the week before. Just felt it was better just to get on Jackson a week early, as opposed to that week. But if I'm going for the Chelsea triple up now, it would probably be Chilwell, Sterling, and Jackson. I've got Colwell. I think Sterling is the one, and I'm a little bit tempted to take a hit this week. But I really like my midfield, and if I'm taking anyone else, we're going to be Mbumo, which looks like another pointless transfer once again. So then I'm looking at the likes of Rashford or Saka, and I don't want to take either of those out because, like, we all know the carnage they can cause, and I'm looking at Foden, but I really don't want to take Foden out with Man City's current run, so I'm not really sure what to do. It's one of them. It's a tough choice, or do I just stick with what I've got with the Chilwell, Colwell, and Jackson? I don't hate that triple up, but for me, it's better just to wait for Chelsea's cup game, see what happens. Any injuries kind of occur, then I can kind of react from there. But as of right now, I think I'm just going to stick with that triple up and kind of move on. But if I don't, if I didn't have Chelsea triple up, I'd be like Sterling's top of the list. He looked pretty electric. Like, he missed a couple of chances, but it's better to miss the chances, get in the positions, and eventually, like, he will start scoring. Haaland again, I watched the game. It's just boring, really boring. Like, barely touches the ball, barely gets involved, missed the penalty. Didn't really get involved at all besides his goal. He missed a couple of big chances in my opinion. Like, he just didn't look great, and I don't think he's looked great for the past couple of games. But he's probably not looked great for the past 6 months. When we played him in the cup final, he looked average. Champions League final, average. He will come good, obviously, but Haaland has always been a fast start, and if this is just fast start and this is good start, he's only going to get worse from this point. And I'm not saying that he's not going to be like a viable captain pick every single week, because of course he is. But is there now an argument for the rest of the players to be considered captains? And I think there is. Like, I'm looking at Sterling next week at home to Forest. I think he's a real possibility for a captain shout. Like, if you want to go rogue and go for a massively differential captain, I don't hate the Sterling captain. As you can see from a bench, I've got 21 points on the bench. I've now got Archer as well, who's moved to Sheffield United. So maybe he can be considered an option moving forward. The likes of Colwell and Udogie will become will start starting for me from this point forward on, because the Stupinan's fixtures turn for the worse. Saliba's got United this week, so Colwell and Udogie will come in most likely, and I might make a couple of moves and I might make a -4. How did you do this week? Did you score better than me? 58 points. I was quite happy with that. And moving up to 1.3 mil. There was a time throughout the game week when I checked live FPL when I was about 800k. And obviously there was a couple of late goals and a couple of swings that kind of didn't help me. Everton conceding, Arsenal conceding again, all this kind of stuff. But overall, I'm pretty happy, not gonna lie. Right, mates, that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. So today went through a review of my Game Week 2 performance. What's a couple of things that we did well, a couple of things that we did bad. Maybe try and highlight a couple of players that we can start to target over the next week or so. So if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and leave a comment. Have a nice day. Peace and love.